We're ready to add our first product. Now, unlike other e-commerce platforms, everything in EDD can be found under Downloads. So let's hover over Downloads and then click Add New. This page should be somewhat familiar if you've created pages or posts within WordPress, and that's because EDD uses custom post types. So in the back end, this data is saved like a post with a few extra pieces of information. So just like a post, we're going to need a title. Let's go ahead and add one. And I have all of my information saved in another file. So I'll pull up the file and I'll copy and paste the title right here. Building your first robot. Go back to my site and paste that in. And we're probably going to want a description for our product. So let's add that. Now, if we publish this product right now, EDD is actually pretty smart. It will use that limited information to let people purchase this product for free. But since we don't want to let people purchase this product for free, let's go ahead and add that price. I believe it was set for $18. So I'll go down to Download Prices, and then right here in this box, we'll type in 18. There is an option for variable pricing depending on what people are buying, and we'll cover this in a future video. But for right now, we'll just stay put with this simple price. And we want to do one more thing. EDD is all about downloads, so let's actually set a file to be downloaded. Under Download Files here, we can see there's a file name. Let's set that to Building Your First Robot. And I'll go ahead and set the file URL, and we'll click Upload here. What's great about EDD is they let you enter a URL if you're using a service like Dropbox or Amazon S3 or some other files hosting service. You can put that URL in right here, or you can upload it to WordPress. We'll go ahead and upload a file. Upload. We'll select one. Building Your First Robot.pdf. And there it is. Now, before we click Insert into Download, we're just going to do a few more things which helps with the meta information. We'll just change this to Building Your First Robot, all with capitals now. And let's click Insert into Download. And now you can see it's right there. Just a quick note here. If you upload a big file, you may see an error that says it exceeds the maximum limit. If you see this, you can reference this article that tells you how to work around that issue. My suggestion is to use Dropbox. It's free up to a few gigabytes, and it's really easy to set up. If we go back to our site and then click Publish, that'll actually publish the product. And if we go to the product page, we could even add this to our cart. Here's the title, the description, and the purchase button. Let's go ahead and add it to our cart. The only thing we haven't done yet to actually make a purchase is to set up payment. Let's use a test payment just to show you what this experience looks like for the customer. I'll go back to my admin, and under Downloads, Settings, I'll then go to Payment Gateways. And I'll turn on Test Mode and Test Payment. And we'll also set the standard to Test Payment. I'll save these changes. We'll go back to the product page. I'll go to Downloads, Building Your First Robot, View. There's the checkout button. Let's go ahead and check out. You'll notice this is a very simple checkout. Once we configure our gateways, this will look a little bit nicer and will have a few more fields. But for right now, with the test gateway, it just has email address, first name, and last name. And since I'm logged into the site as an admin, it already knows my email address, first name, and last name. As a customer, you'd have to manually type these in. But once you've typed them in, you can click Purchase. Once we check out, we'll see a confirmation page, as well as a link to any files that we can now download. I'm going to point out one more thing. You'll notice that these aren't simple URLs in the bottom left. They're created just for you. So the direct file URL isn't used. This is how EDD tracks and restricts how many times a file has been downloaded. You don't need to know what's going on underneath the hood. I just want to point out that EDD is using these obscure URLs to protect your files. In upcoming lessons, we'll add even more to our products to make the product page much nicer.